Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. This time around, we have another jug, but it's full of clad and some other stuff. So, I just glanced in here and I do see a Canadian right there. Somewhere. Oh, let me spin this thing around a minute. There is right there another Canadian, looks like. And just as I was getting ready to film this jug, I also noticed back there, I don't know if you can even see it, right there is a dollar coin. So this is that same individual that I got that big old jug of cents from, or pennies, whichever you want to call them. So we're gonna sort through this. First thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna go through this and sort out denominations. I'll probably hold out those Canadians just because I already know they're different. They're fine. But I want to get the nickels, dimes, and quarters all separated and see what we have here. So I have sitting over here a couple, well, 3 boxes. I'm going to use one for dimes, one for nickels, and one for quarters. And then we'll start going through them. So let me go ahead and start dumping this out and start getting it separated. What I'll probably do is once I have it all separated, I'll probably bring you in and show you the finds from those, just the ones that stood out. And then we'll go from there and see what we can find as far as errors, varieties, anything like that. So, let me get this thing cracked open. Let me start dumping some out on my mat here and get them separated. I'll let you know what we find. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the finds as I was separating the jug. We have a bunch of Canadian quarters here. We have 5 of them. We're gonna look at the first one, and that says 1982. This one is a 1993. We have a 2006. This one is 1985. And the last Canadian quarter is 1989. So we got 5 of those. We have only one Canadian dime, and it is a 2012. There it is. We have 2 Canadian nickels. This one being a 2008. And then this one here is a 1973. So we get a little bit older there. I did pull just a few out that were shiny but yet old, so like brand new looking, but not quite the 2019, 2018. So like we got 2010 here. There's another 10. There's a 12, 14, 14p. So I just want to see if they upgrade my book. We also found 5 cents here. This one I have no clue what it's going to end up being as far as date or anything. That one there is copper, and that's a 1983 that I'm sure is zinc, even though I'll go ahead and weigh it and check the back for the double die. In that container, we also had 2 $1 coins, both of them Franklin Pierce, and both of them well circulated. They are beat, but I did look, and there is the E Pluribus Unum on the rim, some stars there, and I believe that says 2010. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 2010, and I think that is a P right there. So 2010 out of Philly. And then this one should be the same year, I do believe. Let's flip it around so we can actually look at it. And right there's the 2010 P. So we definitely have the writing on the rim. And we have our $2 coins. So we're going to set those off to the side. I'm going to get all this out of the way. I want to set the boxes up here and kind of show you what we got to look through. Alright, we got these up on the desk. I just wanted to kind of give you a rough idea of what we're looking at. We have the nickels. So probably about a third of a box of nickels, using the halves boxes. I have probably a little over a third of a box of the dimes. There's quite a few dimes. I'm actually surprised at the sheer amount of dimes that was in that jug. A lot of them had a bit of a silvery tint to them. I'm not expecting to find any silver in there. The few that I did check just out of curiosity that looked very silver, were just dirty. They were really unique. Over here we have quarters. We have probably a good half a box, a little bit more of quarters. There are a lot of state quarters in here, and I'm hoping for some varieties. I did see a couple Kansas as I was jumping through here. I did not see an Ingagui Rust, and I didn't check any of the other errors or varieties or anything yet. But I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the nickels and go from there. But we'll bring you in probably at the end of these boxes, so this video isn't that long. I think if we do find as we go, it's going to be a very long video. So I will bring you in for the nickels as soon as we figure out what it is, and then whenever I decide which one of these two I want to go through first, I will bring you in for the finds on those, and then at the very end we'll do a recap. So while you sit back and wait for the rest of this video to play out, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button for me? I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's take a quick look at what nickels we did find in the jug. Starting out here, 1939, of course, out of Philly. 1940, out of Philly. Let's see, turn this light to stop some glare. 1946, unfortunately we skipped all of the silver. 1951, Philly. We had 3 from 1952, Philly, Denver, and Philly. 1953, Denver. A 54, Denver. A 55, Denver. 56, Denver. A 58, Denver. And a 59, also Denver. And then we had 2 69 San Franciscos and a 70 San Francisco. That was it for the nickels. Let me get these out of the way. We'll see what happens probably in the dimes. Oh, here we are. This is it for the dimes. Let's take a look. This stack of 5 right here are all 1970s. D, P, P, D, and D. And the only reason I pulled them out is because, as you can see in the flame right there, they do have the proof reverse. And there were many, many others that did not have the proof reverse, so I did not pull those out. The only other thing I pulled out is I held 2 of these 1989 Ps. Let's take a look at this one here, if I can get it to look right under the scope. Alright, so if you look right there in the bottom of the neck, you can see an image. That image is believed to be a Phantom P. And if we look at a regular one, which is the other one I pulled out here, you can see that there is absolutely nothing in the neck. Now, Having said that, I got that from my trusty book. And if we go to the 89p, you can see right there is that mark. Now, it does look like it's more behind the P, but that's directly above the 9. Where if you look at this one, the P mint mark is more to the left. So that's why it's more directly above. But I do believe that that is one of the Phantom P 1989 Philadelphia printed dimes. Other than that, we had one Canadian dime that you seen earlier, and that was it. So, not a big group of stuff for finds in the dime section, but 5 proof reverses, that must be a very common one. I haven't looked too much into it to see how common it is, pricing or anything like that, but having found 5 in this and 4, I think it was 4 in the first box that I did, I feel that that's a pretty common error. This one I think is a little bit more rare with that Phantom P. I do like that. So anyway, I still have some quarters to go through, that a little over half a box, right around a half a box of quarters. And I will bring you in as soon as I find something in that. So stay tuned. Okay, well, this is that entire jug all summed up in one small area here. We have our, probably the star of the show, is our error, the 1989P, the Phantom P in the neck on this dime. We have our, I think there was one 1939, 40s, and 50s nickels. The 2 Canadian nickels. We have our 1 Canadian dime. Our 2 Franklin Pierce $1 coins that have been circulated. We did find 2 of the 2009 quarters, Guam and America Samoa. And we have the 5 Canadian quarters. That was it for that jug. Nothing special, no silver, nothing that really stands out. But it was still a fun hunt. It was something different, and it had a big variety. So I enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And down in the description, you will find my email address if you want to send something to me. Down below that, you will find my P.O. box if you are interested in sending items to me. Below that, if you are willing, able, and have the means to help out the channel, is my PayPal address below that. And if you could just send that friends and family, that would be absolutely fantastic. But make sure you send me a notification to give me an idea. Alright, so that's it for this. I'm not going to take any more of your time. Stay tuned for the next video and get your hobby on.